Now, I'm not trying to be negative, but let's take a quick look at some of the horrors of cold calling. If you've ever made a cold call, then you've undoubtedly been hit with some rejection. Sometimes it can be minor, but sometimes you can run into some real jerks. And I don't think anyone on earth likes to be mistreated, and rejection for most people is not a very pleasant experience. So let's take a brief look at how you might be finding new business right now. In fact, don't feel alone. This is how most salespeople, especially salespeople newer to a career, go about finding their new business. Is it really any wonder that sales, almost in any industry, has an incredibly high turnover rate? Sales would be a whole lot easier if you had a never-ending pipeline full of warm prospects excited to meet with you and in many cases enthusiastic about becoming a new customer. So let's look at a typical work week of a salesperson who's engaged in a heavy-duty cold calling. It usually starts with the sales meeting on Monday. The sales meetings usually look the same. You go over last week's good news and successes and maybe some of the failures. Talk about leads that might be closed and how close or far you are from hitting your quota. Then the entire sales team usually has to get psyched up. Psyched up for what? They have to get psyched up for another week full of cold calling and rejection. By the end of the meeting, the sales team goes back to their offices or sometimes right out into their territory to begin the cold calling ritual. The ritual usually entails 30 to 45